Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Card Collection. My name's Tyrone, and today I have a very special parcel from David Johns from TWYCE Diecast, all the way over there in Alabama, US of A. I normally get a squizzy on what David paid for postage because it interests me greatly, but there's no information about postal fees, which I'm slightly disappointed about. But I'm a bit nosy. When I see somebody with a new car that I vaguely know, I just have to vaguely know you to ask this question. How much did you pay for that car? It's interesting. To me anyway. You might consider me very, very nosy. This came in on the 25th. I think today is the 26th. It is. It's also a Wednesday, so I'll post it on Thursday the 27th. It's a heavy parcel. Sorry about the noise and the mess, but I do like to do this in one take. It's not the easiest way to do it, but it just ensures the feeling that you're getting a parcel at home yourself. But yeah, the downside is there's a bit of mess, a bit of racket, a bit of dust flying around in the spotlights. The carnage. Right. Put the knife down, Tyrone. Nobody need get hurt. Ooh. I see some brands that are not Matchbox. In fact, if you are familiar with these mail calls from David, you'll know that it's all sorts of goodies. So it's like having a friend over this afternoon. Oh, holy moly. What is this? The other thing I'd like to say about these mail calls is I'm always put on the spot because I have no idea what I'm looking at. This is no, it's not a Mercedes limo. Is that a Lincoln? Oh, it's a Maybach. So it is a Mercedes. Let's just open it. Yeah, I'm just put on the spot with these continually. I made the joke in an email a while back with David. It's like posting a very expensive drum kit to a chimpanzee and watching him through binoculars, and from a very great distance, even through binoculars, it looks like that monkey's actually playing those drums. Get a little closer and you'll realise that monkey's destroying those drums. That's me with some of these mail calls. Look at that! Holy crap. Maybach 62 Treasure Series. Should we get it out? Ooh, it slipped off nicely. Oh, look at the detail. I've got to make sure this angle's right. You can just imagine a tiny diplomat sitting in there making his deals as he's whisked along. I've never actually seen the real version of that front end Maybach. Oh, that back end's very Mercedes. But this must be the new model. That's classy. Limited edition in this Treasure Series, one of 999. It's heavy. I won't get it off the base, but I'll have to find a special place for it in the lineup. Maybe it'll take 2 car parks in the drawers marked other brands behind me. Awesome. What a start. Treasure Series, never heard of it. Stance Hunters, 1/64 scale, and a lot of, is that Chinese or Japanese? Well, it's in English too. It's just the warnings. Oops. Stance Hunters. Who knew? Should we crack on? And we've got a monster of the M2 here. It's got its back to... Oh, lordy. Oh. Threesome of IROCs. blinking heck? Only at Walmart. Save money, live better. Oh. I didn't know that was their logo. We don't have Walmart in Australia, therefore we didn't get this, and never will. But I have it right here in my humble little studio, and I'll keep the box, even though at some point it'll go over my shoulder. Let's get this baby out. I always think Americans are spoilt for brands like M2. I'll get that out of there. Oh, this container is ripe for sitting on my bookshelf without getting wrecked. Loving these two. I've got a dark green and a very bright green one that looks a little like that stance, all of which David has sent me. He knows I like the iRock. I have a thing about iRocks. Started out with Matchbox and has continued through many other brands. And shall we see how easy this is to get off? Well, I don't want to do that. I'm going to wreck some. That's awesome. 1985, is that 85? Yes. And they're all 1985 on the license plate. And there we see on the plinth. Sweet. I'm loving that blue one. I think it's the wider tyres, and the back, the red one's got the same wider tyres on the back. Makes it look very mean. Very fierce. Terrific. Yeah, I'm not sure if these should be stored loose, because if I'm going to put them on the bookcase behind me, they might be better off in there. They look great. Oh, we've got another diorama. Oh lordy. My two favourite cars in the world. Oh lordy. The taxi Ford Crown Victoria, and I think they call these cars livery vehicles. They deliver humans, mainly around New York. I've got a photo. Oh, gee whiz. I'm wondering if I should stop this photo and stop this video to show you a photo I have. I have it in a silly video I called Cars I've Met, and it's one of my all-time favourite holiday photos. And I'm behind the wheel of a Camaro. I wanted a Cadillac in New York, but they didn't have one. Avis didn't have one, and so she said the lady at Avis says, "Come on through and take your pick. Sorry, we don't have the Cadillac you ordered." And I found a bright red Camaro at the back. This was in 2011, and it was a 2011 Camaro. It's a rental car company. And so I drove that. I've got a photo of me at the wheel in New York, and basically that is out the windshield. Sweet Lord. All that yapping, and I don't even know if that's the correct way to get this out, or should I even get it out? Of course I should. I want to show you the glory without the reflection. Oh, and I've got to get rid of that. Got to try and recreate. Yes. That's the view out the windshield, basically. Except there's no massive matchbox sign down the end of the street, obviously. Oh, that's sweet. In fact, I think the car in the shot might be a Lincoln. This is so much sweeter as yet another Crown Victoria for the collection. I did have a dream about 6 months ago that all of the cars in my collection changed to Crown Victorias, and I couldn't have been happier. Yeah. Silly boy. Right, onwards and upwards. You know I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon ogling these. Look at this, I've got another limo. Luxury Line Series 004 on the box. COC or DC? Or no, GDC. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure David's reviewed this on his channel, TWYCE Diecast, and I can't remember what it is. I've been there. It's Tiananmen Square. And let's see. I did not see this limo there though. They love their Audis now in China. Audi is their thing. Yeah. Not exactly sure if that's in Tiananmen Square. It might be. Oh god, it looks the same over there. Great hall of the people and all that. Oh, I've got accessories. Might be my first foray into model building. Oh, look at that. Very Chinese. I feel sorry for anybody trying to learn Chinese. My wife took it as a class years ago. She can say a few things, but writing it is a different kettle of fish. Trying to get a good eyeball. Oh, I know what that is. They're microphones, if I remember. Yes, they are. I was just about to say they'd cruise along with a bank of microphones on the roof of the car, and then I remembered seeing a video of David's where he discussed that. There are your microphones. I was going to say that's a rhubarb, but it's not. Shout out to Sparky in Cuxhaven. I'm looking for an antenna, mate. Can't find one. That's awesome. Look at the details on these things. You won't get that with the brands I normally collect. I'm very pleased to get it in this brand. Trying to figure out exactly what colour that car is, because that exquisite paint job is tricking the eye. Might be better off looking at that in the daylight. These lights I have in the studio are good, but they're not good for that pinpoint accuracy of what paints you're looking at. Ooh. Having it is my dream. There must be a dream. What if it comes true? Indeed. Time Micra. Shall we investigate further? You might be wondering why I have a Matchbox sign out the back, or up the back, during these videos. It's, I wonder myself. This is a BMW. This is a very modern BMW with that very controversial grille. I kind of like it. In a few years you'll look back on the older models and screw your face up at those, because these will be everywhere. Probably already are in Germany and other European countries. I've seen a few in Australia. Don't mind them, never had a problem with them, because it's like anything new, it kind of shocks the senses, and it's kind of the point, isn't it? It's got to look different. Metal base, really nice rims, beautiful colour. It's up there with Mini GT, I would say. So much detail. Shall we continue on? Oh, I just saw a Matchbox sign. Oh lordy. I know going from that to that, I shouldn't be saying oh lordy, but I love Matchbox. I just do. That's awesome. 69 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. That's Wow. I'm going to open it. Yeah, all the eye candy David sends me, all he has to do is send me a Matchbox and I'm like a 8-year-old again. Of course, Lesney edition. It's made how it should be. Metal base. It's got white walls. And you can't really put one next to the other unless you're a bit of a nut. Matchbox nut, that is. Because they really shouldn't sit together, and don't in my collection. Neither do these, nothing sits next to a Matchbox because you've got to take it as a Matchbox. But I love it. You won't sway me. Don't try. What else? Oh, geez, oh, look at that. I'm going to shift some stuff out of the way. Really is like Christmas. I used to trash the living room every Christmas morning when I was a kid. In fact, it still happens now, let's be fair. And yeah, my wife gets me toy cars for Christmas, even as a 51-year-old, if you can believe it. Well, I'm sure you can. You're watching this channel, so I'm sure you can. 1977 AMC Pacer. I'm on the hunt for probably every AMC Pacer because I have this weird memory of my oldest brother and I in my mum's car, and it was a very rainy day, a weekday. We were both wagging school. Mum was a stay-at-home mum, and we had to go up to Northlands, which was a shopping centre we didn't get to go to in Christchurch unless it was one of those weird days. And it was one of those weird days, and we were there, and my oldest brother got an AMC Pacer, and I'm sure it was by Tomica. This is not by Tomica, but this is awesome. Lovely blue, two-tone blue in fact, with oh-so-blue interior. Metal, Johnny Lightning. Did I miss something? Now you see, when companies merge and demerge and swallow each other up, all sorts of weird things happen, and to be honest I lose track. With where Matchbox went and who owned them and when and all the rest of it. So forgive me if I lose track with every other brand as well. Does that open? Looks like it might, but maybe not. I would rather it didn't. No, I don't think it does. But ugly cute is what I'd call that. The French have a phrase for it, and it's ugly beauty, isn't it? That's the Citroen, the older ones. I'd call that ugly cute, because it shouldn't be that wide. It shouldn't be a lot of things that it is, but it still is. Fantastic. Going back to the story very briefly, my brother had it. He didn't want me to break it because I was so much younger than him, so I didn't get it, and it's mystified me ever since. Johnny Lightning on a short card. Ever seen this? I'm sure you have. See there again. Tommy is Tomica, is something else, or something else. Tamara, you name it. I have to find a year on this now, and probably won't. I can see made in China. Actual. Oh, there you go. 2001 to 2012. That's vague. Well, shall we say 2012? Because you don't get a copyright. So much for trying to get this done in one take. The camera filled up its memory thingy, chip, brain, and quietly ignored me for a few minutes there. But we're back. It's a little bit like when I go off on a tangent, what I think is a very funny tangent to my wife, and I notice she's laughing at inappropriate times, and I look over and she's reading something hilarious on her phone. It happens from time to time. 68 Chevy Camaro is the next out of the box. It's from Racing Champions Mint series or collection, one of 9,999, and it's from 1999. It's always tricky to... I destroy so much stuff around here. Let's just go for it. It feels naughty, but it's also a great pleasure in doing it. And hopefully you enjoy seeing it happen from time to time. I got a terse comment from somebody a while back saying they do not like seeing perfectly good packaging destroyed, but sorry buddy-o, I can't help you. This is what I do here, because it's good to free them. Many of you feel that way as I am, but to free the piece you've got to let it breathe. Jeez, this is a really heavy monster. Whoa. Now this cannot be 164. I can't pick up a Matchbox because they're very rarely 164. I'm sure this little fella is, but what a hefty monster. That's the classic straight Camaro look, isn't it? And I just put that down while I was gas bagging, and now I can't get my thumbnail. Oh, there you go. And there is a decent amount of detail there. That's a separate piece engine. In fact, there looks like there's about 5 separate pieces in that engine. So, actually worth the opening piece. Many are not, but this one is. And a lovely sedate mint green metallic. Something very different. Thank you, David. Oops, bumped you as I swung my leg round. Oh, we've got a bunch of Matchbox. Oh, I know where I saw these. I got a photo from David many moons ago now. He was at some random convention, probably in Alabama or a neighbouring state, Louisiana, somewhere around there. He was at a convention, long story short, which is unusual. And I think the caption to the photo was, "Do you want?" "Yes." "You should." "Yes." "Yes, I do." "Please, please." Never seen them before. I've seen every car here before, but this is a set unto itself, and I think I'll do a separate video destroying some more packaging, but in unison, should I say. Sea grey fire engine in gold. Everything's in gold. MBX super fast. This is 4 of 6. And there are 6 here. This is a full set, so it would be nice to do a separate video on building the ultimate Matchbox car collection in the near future. 2016 Chevy Camaro convertible. The 50th Superfast logo near that roof piece. And yes, I love collecting things. I love collecting things. We all do, don't we? 69 BMW 2002. But isn't it nice to get those out of reach ones? Sweet. The BMW casting with the ceiling doors. There's also a moving parts or opening parts version of this. Prefer this one because at least the colour on the doors match, whereas the opening parts version does not. The blue or the orange version. Rather leave them alone and give us metal. The 6x6 Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG. It's on the back. 50th anniversary Superfast. And to round out the 6 is 1 of 6, and that's the Hudson Hornet. 51 Hudson Hornet. Now, I did realise that I was yabbering away and then saw that the camera had finished its bizzo. One moment please. Another surprise from this lovely package from David. This was on the short card, which has since flown over my shoulder. You missed it. Well, the camera didn't catch it, let's face it. This is another Johnny Lightning on the short card. So random. So random. And I did promise you I wouldn't put a Matchbox Hudson Hornet next to it. But here we go. Because I have one to show you. Not really fair, is it? This thing's got so much more detail. And it's funkier. Proportions are probably a lot more accurate. Yeah. Really funky. Loving it. What else? What else?
I think we've got one more to show you.
Yep. And this is something else I've never seen. See, green light, as far as I'm aware, has only become available, or at least popular in Australia, in recent years, maybe like 10 years. American edition. It's a 1999 Pontiac Firebird TA, and it's from 2014, so it should have fallen in the 10 years I just mentioned, but I've never seen this here before. I don't know if it was ever available. Totally unaware of it, but let's crack her open. Lovely card, by the way. Motor World. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Again, Matchbox do this one, but you won't get the rubber tyres or the accurate wheels. That's a really nice take on this car. It's really nice. Beautiful way to round out. Nice little detail there with the driving lights. Shall we tidy up the table? What do you see? I often lose track of what you're seeing, if you're seeing anything at all, let's face it. But we'll tidy the joint up. Got visitors coming over. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with... Look at this. Oh, you know what I'm going to be doing for the next several hours, just ogling. And I'll put those over there. You get to see those in the flesh, so to speak, in the upcoming video, because that's a really good subject for a Matchbox video. And I've got the bits and bobs for the Chinese limo. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at it. That's just the scene. It just is. I'll have to flash that photo at some other point that I was yapping about before. Let's go to the crow's nest for the bird's eye view. Wow, what an afternoon. So thank you very much, David. As always, classy effort. Absolutely top notch. Fantastic. Like, share, subscribe. I'll leave a link in the description down below for TWYCE Diecast. Go and check him out. If you haven't already, you are missing some real gems. He puts on quite a show with some very exotic stuff. Very high end. Do yourself a favour, check him out. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, David. Bye.